Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my KumoriCon 2016 convention report video. So KumoriCon's a really special convention to me. It was the very first convention I had ever went to back in like 2003, and I keep losing my train of thought on this. I think that was like their second year as KumoriCon, or I think it was their first year as KumoriCon, but their second year as a convention as a whole, because it used to be called like BakaCon or something back in Eugene when it first started. But it's such a cool convention, and what I've really loved about it is I've loved watching it evolve over the years, going to different hotels, changing different places, all this really cool stuff. Like, I've watched it evolve from like a tiny convention or a small convention to how big it is now in 2016, which was really cool because like there's people that like my first 2 years going to this convention, I met these people and they made such a memorable experience for me, and I still see them at conventions. I still don't really know them personally, but I know them just personally, I guess, and I always say hi to them, and I just remember like seeing them as role models and different things, and seeing like some of them are older or younger than I am, but it's been such a cool experience to watch them grow. So like, I missed last year, and I was just absolutely devastated, and I told my wife, like, no, we are absolutely going this year. I don't care what you have to say, we're going. So we went, and it was pretty good. I ended up missing the last day. There were a lot of reasons I didn't go the last day. Part of it, I felt like I needed to punish myself for spending too much money, like, because we basically drained our bank account, and I wasn't mad about the stuff I spent. I wasn't mad about the money we spent on like physical stuff. I was more frustrated with again how much money we spent on food. Sorry, excuse me. How much money we spent on food. I mentioned my my Retro Gaming Expo con report that how expensive inside the convention center was. It was basically like same location, Oregon Convention Center. And I didn't realize that you could have just easily walked out and went to like Burgerville or Subway or something and got a relatively cheap lunch. My stupid phone didn't tell me there were any restaurants nearby, which didn't make any sense to me, but that's a whole other story. So we're getting off topic on that. But if you go to convention at the convention center, there's tons of stuff like right in front of the convention center. So don't pay $20 don't buy $20 tacos or $6 slice of pizza. Like, it's not worth it. So, but I ended up missing the last day, and I was kind of sad about that because I ended up not getting one autograph that I really wanted to get, which kind of depressed me a little bit because I wanted to add another autograph to my Street Fighter poster, and then I wanted to get another autograph on my Marvel vs. Capcom. So let's talk about what should we talk about first? Should we talk about stuff? Well, so I know, like I mentioned in my other videos, how at PAX and Retro Gaming Expo, I missed out getting a shirt. So the first thing I did was bought a freaking shirt. This is the KumoriCon 2016 shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I really liked it. It was really cool. It's got a really cool color to it. I liked the cool anime girl on the front. Doesn't care for the weird cat. I don't know what that's like. I guess our mascot, because they have plushies of that now. I don't know, but I really liked the color scheme of it. It felt good. It looked really cool. Something else they were selling this year that I thought was really neat were these really cool buttons or pins. I really wanted to buy another one. There was one other one that was the traditional KumoriCon logo. But they were like $5, and I ran out of money. It was I have it on my lanyard. It was a button of that. I like this one better because I had the blue hair. That's why I went for that one first. So I'll show off our badges. I don't have my son's badge because it's in my wife's car and she's at work. But this was my badge. Registered at the door because we were lazy. It's my wife's badge and my daughter's badge. My son has the same one, just says his name on it. They gave out these cool Crunchyroll lanyards, which I thought was neat with the badges. Thank God they were giving away lanyards. Oh yeah, oh, here it is. convention report would not be complete without showing off the guidebooks. So this was the KumoriCon guide here, which is pretty cool. There's not a lot of necessarily cool stuff in it. Smells like new book though, like new cardstock. I love that smell. Nothing necessarily worth showing off in the book, but I like to show off the cover. God, the light is bad. I guess that's our mascot. Apparently, a weird ghost cat. I like the arts. I like the mascot this year. The cool girl is kind of cool, and then Funimation thing on the back. I learned about a couple other cons. We're going to the KumoriCon. They were handing out flyers. It's a sci-fi convention, and then KumoriCon is out in Spokane. I'm almost tempted to go to that because I can make it a double trip and go visit my dad who lives out in Spokane. And then, oh yeah, here's the pocket guide as well. This one got a little water damaged because we let a bottle spill in our backpack. But it was cool. That's my folded one. I guess I don't need to show that off. So I think up next we should talk about the guests. So Eric Vale. Eric Vale was one of the main guys that I wanted to see because he was the voice of Trunks in Dragon Ball Z. So I know I've shown this off in some of my other videos before. I think if you haven't seen it, but this is. He's about a foot tall. I think he's about a foot tall. I don't know. It's just an old Goku action figure. This was actually a gift from a buddy of mine. My stupid camera's like auto-focusing on a bunch of different things. But I always take it to lots of different conventions and get it signed by Dragon Ball Z voice actors. So, like, Sean Schimmel was the first one to sign it, and he signed Goku's ass, basically. But I have Todd Haberkorn, who was Android 19 in Dragon Ball Z Kai. Sonny Strait has also signed the back of it. Who's Krillin, if you don't know who he was. Vic Mignogna, who is the voice of Broly, signed the back of Goku's head. We have Chris Kaysen, who's is Mr. Popo, signed down there. There's a Japanese. Is that the right one? Yeah, there's the Japanese voice actor there, who's the voice of. I think his name's Turbis, who's Vegeta's brother. I forget who this guy is. I forget, and it really upsets me that I forget who the hell that is. God, and then one of my favorite voice actors and characters overall is Vegeta. Christopher Sabat signed it, and he said kick him on the side. But what's cool is I got to add Eric Vale's autograph right there. It says Trunks right under it. Eric Vale is the voice of Trunks. Signed. I'm running out of places to sign this, so I keep hoping that I'm going to see more and more Dragon Ball Z voice actors. I would really love, like, I know it'll probably never happen, but getting to meet like Akira Toriyama or the Japanese voice actress for Goku would be absolutely phenomenal. To have them sign this, like, it would just absolutely make my day. And then I also had Eric Vale sign one of my Trunks old score TCG cards. Loved this game, like, took over my high school years, basically. So whenever I have the opportunity to get one signed by a voice actor, I always do, because they're special to me. I kind of didn't, like, this was the only copy of this card I had, even though, like, it's a 3-star rare, so it's not very rare. But it's the only one I had. So I was kind of hesitant to get it autographed, but I was like, nah, I need to do it. So that was like my main reason even for going to KumoriCon. Like, main reasons I go to cons are guests and cosplays, because I don't really get to do any of the panels anymore. Just because I have kids, and it's way too hard for a 5-year-old and 2-year-old to sit still for 10 minutes, let alone like 30-45 minutes to listen to a panelist. To listen to a panel or a guest talk. Even though I like getting to go to those when I can. totally forgot to open this like an idiot. I hate my camera. I thought I turned autofocus off on my camera, but apparently I did not. I kind of need to open this anyway to put it back in its frame. So this was my I can't remember if I talked about this in another video or not. I'm pretty sure that I have. This poster I won at a KumoriCon charity auction a couple years ago, and whenever I get the opportunity to, I add Street Fighter and Tekken voice actors to it. So yeah, she signed up here, signed nice and big. She's really awesome. Oh my god, I'm forgetting her name. Caitlin Glass. Caitlin Glass. She's probably the cutest little thing I've ever seen. She's really awesome. She was so into her fans, which I thought was so cool. Like, she's done a lot of anime that I haven't personally watched. But there was like a group of cosplayers that came up dressed from her anime, and she was just so excited and so happy about it. Like, it was really cool. It's really cool to see that from like, what's cool is like all the voice actors at conventions that I've ever had the opportunity to like meet or talk to. They're just really cool, down to earth people. And that's what makes me excited about anime conventions, especially when I'm going to see like a person that I actually really like or really enjoy. But Caitlin Glass, if you can't tell, she signed in the gold up there by Vega. She's Cammy. She's Cammy from Street Fighter. So it was really cool to get her added to the list on this. I had a couple years ago, I had Poison sign it at a KumoriCon. Just good stuff. Good stuff on this poster. Like, I really... Like, I'm not even, like, a huge Street Fighter or Tekken fan. I just... Like, this has a lot of meaning to me because there's a lot of memories to it. So the last guest I didn't get to talk to was DC Douglas. I should have just stayed in line Saturday night and got it, because then I ended up not... I was going to plan on getting it Sunday, but then I didn't. You know my story on that because I've already talked about it. But... his character was he did two characters in Street Fighter or Tekken, and then he also did Wesker in Resident Evil. The dude was like seemed really cool because I kind of got to see some of his interactions from other fans while I was standing in line for other voice actors. But one of his characters is actually I can't tell if it's on camera because my thing's covering it. One of his characters was actually right here on the damn thing. So I'm really hoping that I get to like see him at another convention. Hopefully he'll come back to KumoriCon again, and I'll get the opportunity to add his signature to this poster as well. And being a huge Resident Evil fan, like I'm a huge fan of Wesker. And considering that the dude, like, he kind of like looks like Wesker, like not necessarily looks like him, but like he, I guess. Like, I feel Wesker's personality when I just look at a picture of him. And not saying that could be strewn as a bad thing, which is not my intent. But the dude just looks kind of like a badass. So I was kind of disappointed I didn't get to meet him. I'd have him sign my poster, and I was gonna have him sign my copy of what do you call it? Marvel vs. Capcom. So on to what I wasted money on at this conventions. So there's a couple things. So two things that I bought. So the first thing I bought was Dragon Ball Z Kai. This was a really good buy. It was like less than $30. What I should have done is bought because they had part 5. I had part 1 through 4. This is part 5, and they had part 7. I should have just bought part 7 and call it good, but I didn't. Instead, I bought another anime. I later found out that I could have still bought the same anime from Funimation for a little bit less. Sure, it would have equaled out to the same because of pricing, or shipping. But Dragon Ball Z Kai Part 5. Love Dragon Ball Z Kai. Like, people that like. So I'm just a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z in general. Like, I love it. I don't own all the Dragon Ball DVDs yet, but I want to. It's part of my collecting. I'm still after those steel books from the Dragon Ball Z movies on DVD. But I love Dragon Ball, and I'm so excited for Dragon Ball Super because that's been amazing. I was hoping to go to a panel or talk to one of the Dragon Ball Z voice actors said, "Hey, how about that Dragon Ball Super? You guys do anything on that yet?" Didn't get a chance to, just because the lines were too long and I didn't want to bug them. But the other anime that I wasted money on was Sekirei. So I'm a fan of fan service stuff, and this anime is actually pretty decent. I had Sekirei pre-engagement, so I was hoping to just find the other one so I could like add it to the one I already had. But I don't think they make that anymore. I think it's out of print and it's probably super expensive. So that's pretty much just not going to happen. But I'm excited to start watching that. It'll be cool. My wife, one of her favorite manga series, she bought a few of the part of the Wallflower. She ended up they didn't have 35, so she's missing 35, but she has 36. Wallflower is one of her favorite mangas, so she bought those. I think I can show off the covers real quick. I don't know the anime all that well. Okay. Alright, the manga all that well. I read some manga, but just not a whole lot. And then, so the last thing that we bought, I stumbled on some $5 t-shirts. I was like, dude, I freaking love t-shirts. And for $5, like, I could not pass these up. They're from T-Fury. Cosmic Monkey, who's a comic book shop, I think, locally here in Portland, was selling these. This by far is such a cool one. If you have not seen this movie, I feel a little sorry for you. But it says the Fix-Its Repair Service. I can't read the cursive backwards. Fixing your problems overnight since 1987. Oh, it has the address of the apartment building. That's awesome. But this is from an old kind of sci-fi movie called Batteries Not Included. Such a cool movie. Like, if you have not seen it, go look it up, because it's probably one of the best things to come out of the 80s. Like, it's one of my favorite movies as a kid, and I saw this and I lost my mind. And then my wife was mad at me that I kind of showed her this shirt. Like, I was like, "Hey, Kat, look at this!" And like, I saw her jaw just dropped, and I saw her heart melt over it. So I was like, "Okay, we're buying it. It's only $5." But also another really cool shirt. So it's basically all the dogs from all the undead dogs from those. Oh my god! All the Disney movies. And all the animated films. No, they're not Disney. Are they all Disney? I can't remember. But Spiro, I don't remember them. I don't remember the name of the dogs. But also a really cool shirt. So I bought that for her. Is that it? I think that was it. I think that was all we bought. So moving on to some of my favorite cosplays here. I'm gonna switch roles here. Whoops. Didn't realize that. I forgot about that. Okay. So, as a few of you know, there we go. Okay. That's cool. I like how I can edit that on the fly. So, small me, big screen. Check it out. So these are some of that. So there wasn't a whole ton of cosplay. There was only one cosplay that I was really like, oh, MFG, look at that shit. Like, there was only one, and I'll show that. I'll show that to you guys as well. But this guy was pretty cool. I liked, like, I have no idea what it's from, but I liked it. I thought it was a really neat dinosaur thing. And like its crest on the top of its head actually can flip up, which was really neat. And so these ladies were pretty awesome. I guess they were part of the maid brigade, but one of the reasons I picked them is because I don't think I've ever seen anybody cosplay the witches from Hocus Pocus, which is another classic movie from the 80s. If you haven't seen that, you should go see it. It's Halloween. Go see it. Go watch it. I'm sure it's on TV somewhere. But they did a really good job. They really looked the part. Although, like, the witch in the middle, she almost seems like too young for the part, which is probably that's definitely a compliment to anybody watching this. But still, they looked really good. very accurate cosplays, very original in my opinion because I've never seen them before. So I know, like, I've seen people cosplay, what's his name, Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom. Really cool cosplay though. I liked it a lot. That's my son there, dressed as Batman. Like, really cool, really creative. Like, he was made out of pool noodles and stuff. Pretty neat. So I haven't played Undertale. I've watched Jacksepticeye play it, and I pretty much, like, I don't really feel like playing it, but I like the characters a lot, and I forget the character's name now. I had it in my head when I was looking at these. Sans? Is it Sans? This looked like it's just a really awesome, accurate cosplay. Like, it was really well done. And that's one of the reasons I picked it. And then there was also her, I forget her name as well, but also, I think from Undertale, I think. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like it's Undertale. She was really well done as also. And so these guys, I picked these guys, like, you see a ton of Full Metal Alchemist, Edward Elric, and what is the robot's name? I don't know. I haven't seen that anime personally. But I picked these two because of how amazingly well done their costumes were. Like, they were amazingly accurate, really just fucking awesome. And that's one of the reasons I picked them. Like, this armor just looks so badass. Really freaking sweet. And then, so this guy here was by far my OMFG cosplay of the year. Whoops. You okay, baby girl? Be careful. Yeah, I know. So, sorry, guys. So, but yeah, fucking cat bus. Freaking amazing. So I took video of this, and I'll keep talking about this video play as I'm going to edit this in here. Ow. Sorry, excuse me. So I'm sorry. What was really cool about this cosplay is, like, he could actually, like, make the eyes move and stuff. What was also really neat is, like, the sides of it opened up, so you could, like, he could let people inside of it. Yeah, good job. So cool. Like, I like the little touch of him wearing a TriMet shirt. Like, I don't know if he was actually a TriMet bus driver or not, but probably the coolest cosplay. Like, I want to do something really big and ridiculous like this. I have no idea how he got this dang thing down there. I have no idea. No, baby, I'm gonna play a game after I'm done with this video. No. No, Goalie and Bear. Okay. I think that's it for my cosplay stuff. I was like, is it gonna change? Something I forgot to mention. So my son was really adamant about wanting his own Goku. I found a vinyl pop, or whatever they're called, of Super Saiyan Goku. He was really happy to get this. Really cheap, actually. Like, it was only $11, which I thought was actually a really good deal. Some of the other booths were selling them for like 15 to 20. Someone calling me? No. Okay. That's going to do it for this video of KumoriCon 2016 Convention Report. I hope you guys enjoyed the con. Please go look at my Facebook page, because I will post... I didn't take a ton of cosplay photos, but I will post them all on my Facebook page for you guys to check out. I'll put a link to that in the description down below. And let me know in the comments what was your favorite cosplay that you saw? What was your favorite part of the convention? Did you like the convention this year? This is the biggest year it's ever been. This was the first year at the Portland Convention Center, which I was really excited about. I think it was a great location for it. I think there was a lot more to do there. One of the things I also forgot to mention was I liked that they gave more perks for VIP passes. Number one. God, I can't remember off the top of my head what those are. And they also gave some nice perks for people staying at the convention hotels, which I also thought was really neat. So I hope that's something that they continue to do. I think that's a good incentive to just go to the con. I don't know. I just thought it was really cool. And that's one thing I think is cool. So Tell me in the comments. What'd you like? What'd you hate? What do you want to do next year? I got some really great ideas for cosplays coming up at this point, so I'll be excited to get those underway, hopefully. And also if I do cosplays, I will do a video on them. Anyway, what do you call it? Jeez, I'm so bad right now. I'm gonna quit while I'm not ahead. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I do gaming and convention. I do gaming and all sorts of kind of nerdy videos 5 times a week. Until next time, guys, please be kind to each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.